Yo, what is going on? PartTimerZack here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the alpha skin gacha. So I'm just going to be kind of going over some numbers here and kind of giving you an idea of what to expect if you are looking to jump into this. Now, you do get a free one pull, essentially a single pull. If you go into your maintenance or wherever it's at, it's right here. You actually get a free one pull. You also have some other things in here, so make sure you're checking these periodically because they do give maintenance compensation and stuff like that. But real quick, I did want to talk about how annoying it is, the fact that you have to go into news and then you have to do, like, even for the Fallen Star event right now, you actually have a couple different things that you could probably get, because I have a lot of people ask me how to get battle reports or battle logs anyway, how to get more of that currency for the Watanabe gacha. This is how essentially you go in here and you can claim some different things. You can see you actually get quite a bit, so make sure you're paying attention to this. I don't know why they put it over here in the news instead of just putting it in the event. It's just kind of one of those things that are very annoying. The other thing is they actually put the gacha for her in here as well. And so if you want to get to it, there is a way to see it down here. You can essentially scroll through this if you want, but even if you click it, it's just going to take you to this, and then you got to scroll down, grab this, go to the event. At least that is the fastest way that I've been able to find it. I've not been able to find it looking through any other way. If there is a faster way, then I guess great, but that's essentially the way that I get to it. Now, talking about this overall, so I went ahead, you got your free pull, I went ahead and did it. I didn't get anything, obviously, but I wanted to talk about essentially what you can get from here. So it looks like you actually get a couple multis. For example, this is a premium tickets. These are going to be for your weapons, and this one's going to be for the general banner. Most of you guys probably have a couple saved up from doing, you know, bounties or just some of the stuff that you probably got at the very beginning of the game. I haven't spent any of mine because I haven't seen anything in the main banner that I've wanted. Now, talking about the gacha rates here, after 50 draws, apparently you are guaranteed, because you essentially get everything after 50 draws. Every single thing that you can possibly want, you will get after 50 draws. At least that is what it's saying in here. Anyway, you are guaranteed to get all rewards, including the coding, and then after the event ends, the remaining unused event currency will actually be kept in your inventory, will not expire. So I'm not sure if they bring this up every once in a while. Maybe they have some different skins that they put on this stuff. So if you are kind of on that spot where you have a couple different tokens, I guess you could save them for the next one. Now, talking about some of the percentages here, the coding itself is 0.8%, and some of these other ones are 1.2, and then it looks like the portrait is actually 1.51. So it's going to be kind of, you know, a really steep hill for the percentages wise. And then you can see that you actually get quite a bit of other materials as well. So if you go in here, you can actually see that you get some of these too. So these are limited though. So once you get one, it's completely out, and it ups your chance essentially, if you look at the grand scheme of things, because if you tap all these out, you essentially would be able to get something like this, because I already got this. So it says 6 left out of 7. So each time that you clear one of these out, you get a little bit more percentage essentially to be able to get something else. But now, talking about some of the prices here. So the only way to get the currency here is to buy it. You do get that free one pull. But if you want to see essentially how it converts, this is something that always makes me mad essentially, because you would think like, okay, for example, a 10 pull, right? Because each one of these are 5. So you can see that it's like draw 5 times 1,500 or 1,250. So if you look at it though, and you're like, okay, well, I'll go for a 10 pull, right? 2,500, you know, maybe I'll try my luck. I got like 99 cards or whatever, rainbow cards. You're like, okay, so what if I wanted to get 99 rainbow cards? I'll just go in here and buy it, right? No, 71, 120. Okay, well, that's great. So you'd have to buy like the 71 pack and then find the other pack that would be like the conversion for it. And you're going to end up with more than you wanted. I guess you could use it on the monthly pass, but it's just kind of like, why do you make me spend more than I want to spend? Just give me a conversion. So the same thing with this one. If you're doing a 5 pack, you can't buy 82. You can only buy 71 or 120. So I guess the choice is there to mix and match if you are doing that. The one that I kind of calculated though to give me an idea of what each pull is worth is this one right here, because it seems to be the most easiest to kind of calculate. So this is going to be for a 1 pull, and it costs 20 rainbow cards, meaning that I could buy 4 of the 5 rainbow cards here for $1 essentially. And if I bring up like my calculator, which I mean, I don't really have to do this, I can do it in my head, but just to give you guys an idea, it would be like 396 or something like that, some weird number for me anyway in the USD. But I'm going to go ahead and say $4, because if I need 20 of these, you know, 5 times 4 is 20. And so that's going to give me $4. Now I'm going to take that times. So I'm going to go ahead and take that times the fact that I need to get 50 to get everything. So if I got the worst luck, right, and I have to go to my 50th pull for the actual coding, what would I need to do? So that's going to be times 50, and it looks like it's going to be around $200 on USD. So obviously I said that there's a little bit of fluctuation because I think it was like 390 something, but either way, it's going to end up costing around $200. If you do get lucky, it's still probably going to cost you about 120 bucks in order to get it. I mean, if you get super lucky and you grab a 10 pull, it may only cost you 20 bucks. I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things where it's a gotcha. But the thing that I don't like about this is it's very bait heavy, right? For example, let's say that you spend $100, right? You do 25 pulls and you get half of everything in here, and say that you really wanted the skin, right? This is the one thing that you can't get, you know what I mean? And you spend $100. It's kind of a bait a little bit, because it's like, oh, well, you spent $100 every, you know, you got a couple different rewards, you know, that may or may not be worth it, but you really want the skin. So what's another $100? You know what I mean? It's kind of like a thing where it kind of pushes you to want to spend more, essentially. And I feel like once you start spending on this one, it's really hard to stop spending on it, because you always think that you're just that much closer, because it gives you a number like 50, like 1 out of 50. You're like, okay, well, I'm only 25 out of 50. I'm halfway there. You know, I'm 75 out of 50, or not 75, but like I'm, you know, 45 out of 50. You know, I might as well go the extra 5. It's one of those things where it just kind of baits you a little bit, because it always makes it seem like you're just that much closer to getting it. Now, I'm not going to recommend anybody not do it. If you have the money and you want to get it, that's totally up to you. I will show you essentially what it looks like in case you guys are wondering. You can go into the shop at any point and see what these kind of look like. Alpha is at the top. I don't know where I'm scrolling, and it's not censored. So, I mean, I'll just kind of whoop, 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 whoop. So it's not really censored. As you can see, it is the full version of it. They didn't do anything weird to it to change it. Same thing with Ayla. I didn't really want to talk too much about it, but they didn't change anything for her. She has some different things going on with her as well. So, you know, if that's something you consider, you really wanted to get it, I'm just here to kind of inform you how much it could cost. You cannot use BC. You cannot do any of that stuff, unfortunately. So it's just kind of the one and done money wise. And I really just wish that they would have a conversion for rainbow cards instead of trying to bait you to spend more, grabbing like a monthly pass or something like that to help you out with the grand scheme of having those rainbow cards. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. I just wanted to kind of inform you guys in case you guys are wondering if it's worth it or what it kind of means when it kind of came up. But anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your night, guys. Peace.